We just killed something, didn't we?
Sure did,
Most of the party did. I said most of the party did.
Right.
I arrived after.
Yep. And we harvested from it, and you are left to your own devices in the otherwise quiet night.
While the harvesting was happening, Tower moseyed on back to the cart to check in on Ursula and the prisoner.
They're both still in there.
And Tower will proceed to hang out there for a while and rest up while keeping an eye out. In fact, start a fire or whatnot, because I think it's about time for that. We don't need to talk to these folks tonight. It's getting late.
How's Ursula doing with that prisoner in there? Who decides that?
I assumed you're asking Dom. But
Yeah.
if it's one of us to decide it, I have no idea who would decide that.
How do you want to determine that?
I have an idea. Fucking Pokemon, right? Pokemon's a thing. They have natures, right? There are natures of Pokemon. And we can randomize a nature for Ursula, and those natures are like attitudes. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? So nature here.
You're going way further than I meant. I meant literally a question was raised by someone, I'm not sure in character or out of character. And if it's in character and that character has that question in their mind, what do they want to do about it?
I'm just looking. I'm not like investigating really. Just looking at her temperament.
That's what I mean. So you want to try and read Ursula's temperament. Is that what you're saying to me? Go ahead and make an insight check. See if you can read this animal. You get the sense that they don't seem aggressive or anything like that. Just a little bothered, teetering on annoyed because there's something foreign in its space. Or what it has come to know as its space.
She's doing pretty good having that prisoner in there with her. Good job, Tower. I feel like you've really helped calm her.
Well, I appreciate that sentiment. I feel like it's a village raising her together, but I have done a lot of work, I suppose. Thank you.
And
she
just
is
tacking on. Oh, sorry.
Terrific animal.
Just tacking on to what I was saying. You like in reading all that, you notice that Ursula is keeping away from the corner that this prisoner is kind of slumped in, and the prisoner is definitely staying in their corner for multiple reasons.
I would think so.
For what it's worth, Tower will take the owlbear out and, let them roam about a bit. Can't keep her locked up all day.
Right, I assume you let them out of the kennel periodically.
Even just
to the point that I don't feel like I need to police it.
Yeah, I think we're taking pretty good care of these animals that we have here.
In theory. Oh no, we're almost out of turkey sticks. What will we do when they're gone?
Kill more turkeys?
I think there's
possible. Cool.
Oh.
But yeah, literally this whole the nature thing with the animal that I was thinking about running a Pokemon campaign at some point, a Pokemon D&D campaign. But I was like, fuck it, because running a D&D campaign is a lot of work. But yeah,
pets are bad enough, but when the whole thing's just surrounded by multiple pets, it sounds like hell.
Well, yeah, but it'd be like an interesting kind of hell. It'd be really weird. A very strange tabletop game is what in my mind that I was picturing. But again, way too much work. But yeah, the nature thing was all part of it. You would be running into animals with random temperaments. It'd be a whole thing. Anyway, go on. My bad.
But yeah, setting up camp, I suppose, is what you're saying you're doing. This wasn't that kind, right?
Yeah.
And just taking care of business as usual.
This cat is hilarious.
Unless there's anything that you actively need to do in this time, you will get your rest.
Brilliant. Is there something that is being worked on that can be helped with?
I don't got anything.
I'm reading a book about Warforged, so I'll ask you questions if I have them.
Sure. And if you need me to take off the jacket and you can get a better look at things that are being explained, I can do that for you over time as well, if that's something you need.
Sweet.
Cool. Yeah. Getting my rest. Oh, got it.
the sun will rise, as it often does, and you are free to act as you wish.
Prisoner still around?
Don't know where he'd gone to.
Yeah, me neither. Got my eye on it. So, shall we talk to the troop over there?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Who was our face, as it were, to these people? The person who talked mostly to these folk for us. I seem to remember them not liking me much.
That's right. Was it a sheriff?
It might be the closest thing we have.
Yeah, I think it might be you then.
So
Which that's also a conversation that I was planning on bringing up for our other campaign as well. That party needs to have a real sit down and talk about who's going to be talking for them. Because they're bad at talking to people. Anyway.
A child does it well.
No, that's inaccurate. Anyway.
Just making sure I got this all correct. Somebody's missing.
Uh-oh.
Unless... Huh. Interesting. Okay. Sweet. So what you want to do?
Is the captain there? That's who we were talking to.
You do not see a single soul outside of the structure.
Ah.
Just the vehicles.
There was only one vehicle, and
Just
it
the
is still
vehicle.
currently there. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Do we
I
need
guess
to
we go back inside.
do we need to interfere with these folk?
I think we were talking about stopping because they were the closest to where we found the guy, pointing back at the prisoner. And
Oh, right, dropping him off of these guys?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
If they had any intel about what he was doing out there, or if they knew of someone who had escaped recently from somewhere, anything like that. But I suppose we don't have to stop.
Is it not curious to anyone that we don't see anyone outside?
I do seem to remember them going in and out in the time that we were there, if I recall correctly. It'd be strange for them not to have emerged over this long a period. Yes.
Right. Like, I'd like to look around. There's like no signs of campsite or movement or anything. I'd like to check for that.
Any sort of light coming from the eyes of this thing?
I'll take investigations or perception checks, try and determine those questions.
I'll throw a perception at it.
I'll help.
Perception?
Help someone.
Whoa. Oh, that's a whole different thing. Wow.
Whole
Look
lot
at-
happening.
All those rolls.
Hey.
You do not see any sign of camping, we'll call it.
Oh, Craig just left.
Uh-oh.
Fuck that motherfucker. It's all good. We can keep going. I have a recording going besides this. Craig's just a backup.
Okay. Well, you don't see any evidence of...
Now recording.
You don't see any evidence of campfires or anything like that, or even really any footpath on the exterior of the structure.
Damn.
That really makes me feel like we should go check to make sure everyone's all right.
Well, it could be. I think we can do this one of two ways. One of us goes on and scouts on in ahead, or we all go together and bring the prisoner with us.
Whew. How long did it take us to go? I guess we're not going to take as much time because ideally we're not fighting things and searching, but how long can we estimate it takes to go through the whole thing?
Depends how fast you travel.
If I was moving at a quick, if Tower was moving at a quick speed, while being careful as well not to step into any obvious traps or ambushes along the way.
I'm just saying, if you have like an intent of like, I'm going to this spot and you know how to get there, I mean, you can get around this place, in short time, like however long it takes you to travel up the arm length or foot length of this structure on a ladder. You know what I mean?
Sure. And I think by my memory of the thing, that's, within 4 or 5 rounds could probably cover one side to another for any particular one of us, and Tower probably a little quicker than that, based on what I remember of the map and size and whatnot.
Yeah, I suppose someone or maybe a group goes and searches and a group stays, or are you better on your own?
I'm certainly faster on my own. Better, I'm not sure. but I can certainly give you folks a loud holler with, and he pops Fat Bottom Girl out, just to get that effect going, and throws out a booming voice effect because that's something she can do now.
Ooh.
Anybody within 600 feet could hear that.
Wow.
In fact, she'll say, anybody from that previous band that was here before? Echoes through the
You
surrounding
do
area.
not get a response.
Well, even if they heard it, if they're deep inside, we might not be able to hear a response.
That's true. You should be able. Sorry, that is true. But you should be able to hear me from in there. I'm hoping.
I think that's a good plan.
All right. And Tower will sneak on ahead, stealthily and carefully, but moving at a good speed because Tower moves at 55 feet around.
Jeez.
So fast.
You're almost as fast as my horse.
Oh, I will be there shortly and surpass it thereafter. I only get faster.
Why won't this work?
Oh shit, nah, I forgot about that. Let me pop that out. So I have sight in darkness, both magical and non-magical, up to 120 feet.
So you're gonna get inside this thing?
I'm gonna try to go ahead and get up inside this thing, yeah.
I think you have access to both entries. Which one you choosing?
I'm gonna go through the hand. I think I feel more comfortable with that one.
Excellent. Should be there.
Brilliant. Need to back up out and get back in. Okay, there it is. I think I'm there. And I think I need to, there I am. There she is. Brilliant. I have 120 feet of normal dark vision. Like, this is even more powerful than dark vision. I see normally 120 feet.
Excellent point. There you go.
Brilliant. Just continuing to move around. I'll throw a stealth check as well as a perception check at this thing, just
Cool.
to see what I see and see if
You
I'm
see a closed hatch.
None of this should not be advantage. Neither of those should be advantage. A closed hatch. I'm going to try to open the hatch.
Oh, open.
All right. What do I see beyond the hatch once I open it?
There we go.
No bodies, no gases, nothing like that so far.
Mm-mm. This area does look a little bit more picked up than the last time you saw it. Much of that chair's, the remnants are still there. It's just not in total like refuse and disrepair. It just looks like semi-organized and stripped.
I'm gonna move carefully and quickly past.
You find another hatch.
Gonna try to open it. Why not? Yeah, just gonna go for it.
It will.
Brilliant. And walking in and up and over. There's a door.
There sure is.
Go ahead and let Fat Bottom Girl open that door. Brilliant. Looking around.
This room looks pretty well cleaned up. The table looks refurbished.
Interesting. There's a downway hatch, right? A downwards hatch as well in this room, or was that?
Nope.
I forget how nope. Okay,
Just a door on the other side there.
Got it. I will open up that door as well.
It will open.
Brilliant. This weapon is looking intact or gone or
still there. It does appear to be somewhat intact.
Interesting indeed. Gonna go ahead and open up this door here. Continue to look on
where
through.
Once you saw a door that was caved in on I can't select when it's like that on this side here. It now looks like it has been welded shut with paneling.
Sure. And from the outside, there was no real difference that I didn't really look that hard, but anything immediately noticeable, I guess? Any changes on the outside? I guess we would have immediately noticed them. Okay, fair enough. Cool. That all makes sense to me. The weapon intact and functional, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know about functional, but...
Sure. Gonna go ahead and open up the hatch. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to make this quick. I didn't realize.
This is a ladder way that goes up and down.
Right. Gonna go up first because I think that just makes the most sense. Right. This was like the weird laser weapon or some shit, right?
Mhm.
The mouth.
You can see some
Yeah.
tools sprawled about and new metal in places soldered onto this device.
Any new glowy magic bits that are part of this thing?
Huh?
Like a crystal of some kind, a power source that might be immediately noticeable.
There's just where the old broken one was. It has been cleared away.
Sure. Fair enough. Gonna continue upward.
There is a closed hatch at the top of this one.
Gonna try to open it.
It will go if you want it to.
I think I do.
And going through it,
I'm gonna go ahead and peek through the eyes of Fat Bottom Girl first, because I think that's something that I do now. Seeing as she gives me weird extra sight. But I'd like to peek first. Yeah, definitely head goes through. Yeah, head will go through, sure.
your eyes will be met with blade tips. Not in your eyes, but at your eyes, if you will.
Sure.
As what you can see around that room, it is full of the people you met before. You seem to have stumbled into whatever they were.
And
Someone is named Never Asked.
I don't know, you never asked.
Brilliant. And they have seemed to have noticed me as well, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Currently, a familiar face has a sword, kind of in between the hatch and the floor where you pushed it up, baring teeth.
Well, hello. Am I interrupting anything in here, folks?
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck do you want?
I am, and I give my designation, which I don't fucking even remember. Give me a second. I know what my designation is. I am FR30-2. We have recently worked with you. We were just coming back through this area with a prisoner that we might have, that we thought you may have some information on. But again, not meaning to interrupt whatever you got going on in here.
Do I look like a fucking prison guard to you? Is that what this symbol means on my armor?
Not that particular symbol, but as far as a general look, I think you could do the job well.
Fucking hell. Fuck you.
Yes, I definitely remember you. Anyway, I suppose that you have no information on this prisoner, and I will just leave you folks to your business then. I apologize for wasting your time.
Now. Go ahead. Come on. Let him in. Who you know as Lieutenant Royce will back up from the hatch so that you can actually get in. And you do see Captain Darcy over by the main chair. This guy would be over here pointing. This guy's fiddling with this console here.
And Tara will, step on up and in. Greetings.
You have to excuse Lieutenant Royce there. He hasn't had his breakfast today, so he's a little cranky.
Oh,
how can I help you?
I know Lieutenant Royce and his proclivities quite well. No, no bother, I'm sure intended, and none had. As far as how you could help me, there is a prisoner that the group of us have found on our way back to civilization, as it were. And we were thinking that perhaps you might have some information on them or might want to take them in yourself. But if not, we can continue hauling them in. There may be some reward for the capture thereof.
Well, gee, I'd sure love to help you, but unfortunately, that's just not our rodeo. You know what I mean?
I do. Absolutely. Just maybe this person escaped from you folks for some reason or somehow, but I understand. And again, did really not mean to waste any of your time today.
Don't worry about it. No, we're just here. We've been here by ourselves for quite some time. Well, not without a little rough and tussle here and there from the things that lurk about. But if you got yourself a criminal, he ain't one of ours, that's for sure.
It seems that you have been solely within just this room, or just... There was very little footprints outside, very little sign of any life whatsoever.
Well, this old girl's built pretty strong. We haven't had a reason to go outside for anything, really. Sometimes things bang up against the walls, but that's okay. No, we've just been here getting the place ready. As you might remember, this is hopefully going to be a base of operations, a foothold, if you will, pardon the pun. And
I do remember.
These untamed lands. So, yep. But unfortunately, this is the command center, and as you don't necessarily have the clearance to be here, I am going to have to ask you to vacate this room, if you don't mind.
I do not mind whatsoever. I do wish you the best of luck out here trying to maintain a foothold in the untamed wilderness. You have a pleasant day. Yep. And goodbye, y'all.
Of course, I'd like to say don't be a stranger, but probably better if you do.
It's pretty far out. And that's pretty far out, man. See ya. And heading down. Now that Tower has met the folks up at the top, it's not going to feel much more reason to go exploring other places it hasn't gone so far, so it's just going to continue back down the path it already walked, right back down and out the arm.
And when you do get to that area, you will see so let me grab this. You will see a person coming up out of this room with a plate in hand and walking into this room.
Apologies.
And when you come in, they're seated and they are now eating at this table.
Don't mind me. Just passing on through.
They kind of just watch you as you leave.
It was James, right?
That's what my mother called me.
Have a pleasant day, James. And it continues forward and down and out. Walks over to its group, reports its findings, and it will close the doors that it opened along the way. It's not a fucking barnyard animal. Walks up to its friends, explains the situation. They are seems to be plenty of life-sustaining room and I suppose food and shelter inside of the structure there. So they've felt no reason to come out. They are just working on sturdying up the base.
All right.
And your exploration was not for nothing. There seems to be people making a foothold out here.
Absolutely. That's well worth it. And it's nothing that, they seem safe. It didn't look like they were controlled by nothing. Could be. Maybe. I didn't look that hard. But it seems like they're just doing what they're doing.
Sweet.
Shall we continue on? Seems like there's most of the day ahead.
I guess so.
Let's
Carry on.
Hiya. There's a whole town here.
And what? Oh, I brought you to the wrong place. That's why.
Damn, I thought we picked up a couple of days on our journey.
I know.
But that was a fun segue because I was just about to say diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. A few days more travel and through the woods, and you can arrive at the gates of Mayfield.
Wow.
Brilliant. We're here. Sheriff, is there any way of looking into seeing on if there's a bounty on this person's head or just tossing them in a cell for a while?
Well, we check in with Justice and we see what she's got. I might as well go take care of that immediately. I head over to the jailhouse, knock on the door frame.
You will find Justice behind the desk that I assume is in there. It just makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't you have one? Reading, I'm sure, because why not? There is an occupant inside the jail cell currently. They are laying on the cot, if you will, that's inside there. But not exactly well lit, so it's up to you if you want to really investigate that or not. But it does seem like there's some action in town.
Like surprise inspection.
You'll see a smile wash across Justice's face. She will put her book down, stand up, stand at attention, straighten her clothes a little bit, and we'll play along with a surprise inspection if need be.
So I trust everything's been kept in tip-top shape while I was out?
More or less, yeah.
I will take a glance towards the occupied cell. Anything interesting happen?
A couple bar fights, few drunks, nothing too crazy. Looking inside the jail cell, from this distance, this lighting, you make out a slightly greenish tinge to the skin. They appear to be half-orc.
Do we have any local half-orcs?
No.
All right, what's the story with this one here?
Just some drunk asshole. We're getting a lot more traffic now that we had the all that excitement. Some people just come in through just to take a look at it.
Don't sound. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, and tourism brings in all types of people. So some nights we're full, some nights we got vacancies. What can I say?
Well, as long as you're tending to our guests properly, I suppose there ain't too much of an issue to it.
And believe it or not, the boys have been helping somewhat.
You don't say.
Well, as much as they can. I got them out running errands right now, but if you need them, they'll be around.
I'll give a haul if that's necessary. Speaking of openings here, we came across somebody while we were out in the great wild yonder.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering if you might have any recent bounties that might be matching this man's description.
Well, I'd have to know what he looked like to figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh, I have him right here.
Oh, I didn't know you brought him with you. I thought it was just the sheriff.
Literally, Tower heard it from outside and
okay.
literally dragged it in at this moment. Dragged the prisoner in. The person.
Right. She's gonna walk up and kind of, get closer than seems comfortable as she kind of gives this guy a once over. Unless they're bad drawers, I don't recognize them. But if you want to thumb through, you're more than welcome. Of course, Sheriff.
Yeah, we found this one buried up to his neck while we were out there. On retrospect, perhaps not the brightest of ideas.
It does leave us with a interesting legal question. He seems to be very clearly a prisoner and one very clearly set to die were we not so interferesome.
Pardon my overstep, but the law don't usually bury people up to their neck, right, Sheriff?
Yeah, did think that was a little odd.
Law kills folk every now and again.
I mean, well, shooting and hanging, sure, but
Sure.
leaving people out in the desert, I don't know about that.
I
Good,
catch remitting.
but let's be civil about it, right?
So
Well.
a prisoner set to die unjustly, perhaps. Perhaps even
Perhaps.
unjustly a prisoner.
I
Although
told
one
you. I told you.
unwilling to give answers beyond that.
Well, I mean, you can throw them in a cell if you want. I don't have to tell you that. You're the sheriff.
Yeah, throw him in for now.
Okay. Obviously, the middle is occupied, so you throw them in the right or left is wide open.
I don't feel
yeah.
like sitting in a cell is going to answer the question. A decision is going to need to be made.
Yeah, fair, but you can sit in the cell while we figure that out.
I told you. We came out to see what was going on, and I got double-crossed. They buried me up to my neck and left me for dead.
And the pants, the horses, the
Pants are
running.
mine.
Exactly. Those prisoner pants belong to you.
I don't know nothing about prisoner pants.
The chains were yours as well.
Nope. Chains were put on me by the people that double-crossed.
And the horses.
I didn't have a horse. Obviously, you found me buried up to my neck.
But you acquired horses.
Allegedly.
By your own word. And when asked about it, you ran. These two things tend to mean things when they are done together.
Look, before y'all showed up, owlbear cub in tow, which I have been a roommate to for the past few days, asking me all kinds of questions, threatening me, non-verbally, but threats nonetheless. I think you'd run too.
We had also just saved your life, one that would have ended very shortly had we not come along.
Look, I thank you for that, but the stock home is going south.
Again, it is an interesting legal question.
Just, is you aware of any jailbreaks recently?
Like I said, I hadn't heard, but doesn't mean they didn't happen. I mean, this is Mayfield.
I figured I'd cover my bases.
Yep, people don't really usually care, but I don't know. Things are changing. We're getting more popular by the day. And if he wasn't before, old Pete's become quite unsufferable, as he is now the, well, for lack of a better term, wealthiest man in town. But other than that, I have not heard about any jailbreaks.
Insufferable in an annoying way?
I don't think old Pete knows how to not be annoying. Pardon me.
Sure, but that is also fine. But I mean, has it gotten beyond that into legal territory or abusive territory?
Oh, nothing like that.
Okay,
No, sometimes money just changed folk.
sure. And a certain amount of that is
He just
perfectly
don't
fine.
want you to forget. That's all, which I
Sure.
suppose is a little fair, considering. I
Could
don't
have
know how
happened
we
to
forget
anybody.
when people come in twice a week to see it. Yeah, but it happened to him.
Well, we have
Well,
plenty
I'll
to think about. Yep.
keep an eye on them, and I'll make sure the boys do when they get back. I sent them for bullets, and that was about 2 hours ago, so that tracks.
2 hours for bullets? Yeah, I believe that.
Yep, it's only a stone's throw from here, so is the whole damn town.
Perhaps
But
I
I
should go check that out, perhaps.
have a feeling they'll be in for a surprise if you do.
Yeah, let's keep them on their toes. Anyway, we're going to leave this guy with you for now.
Okay. You know where to find me. Why are you laughing at me?
Just the way you said okay. I thought it was funny.
Okay, cool.
All right, as you were.
She will tip her hat and sit back down in the chair and open up her book.
Sheriff, this is one of the very few days in the past couple decades where I can confidently say I'm going to go home for the night. And nods to the sheriff and heads off to Tower and Aranoa's place.
All right, y'all have a pleasant evening. And I'm gonna go find Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Okay, where do you want to look around?
General store, most likely a place to acquire a set of bullets.
Sweet. So that is, of course, our favorite little place, Warren's Peace, the general store. You will find Warren behind the counter as you walk in. He is on his tiptoes on a stool, precariously trying to slide a jar of something onto the shelf itself, about like 2 shelves above him. Does that make sense?
Perilous ladder shenanigans.
Yes. He's and it's ever so inching more on the shelf.
So as not to throw him off, I am not going to talk to him, but I will attempt to stabilize his ladder for him.
Okay.
And
I'm just trying. I'm putting myself in the shoes of Warren.
I should probably let him know I'm here. So you need any help with that?
Okay, it's up to you. All right, let me roll something. You see him like stumble back a little bit as the jar comes down, but he catches it. Pardon me, I'll be with you in just a moment. And as he turns around, pulls out stabilizing himself and getting down off the stool and like cleans his glasses to see who's talking. Oh, Sheriff! Wow, welcome. It's been a while. Haven't seen you around here in how long's it been? Week at least, maybe more.
The heroin couple of weeks.
Yeah. Hey, while I got you here, I'll take care. Would you mind putting this up there on the shelf there?
Sure, no problem.
Not as spry as I once was.
All right, I'll go up and put the jar where it needs to go.
It seems to be like oil of some kind.
All right, any rolls necessary?
No, you're tall enough. Oh, I guess you're a dwarf. I was kind of forgetting for a second.
Am I tall enough?
Yes.
There we go.
I'm at your disposal. What can I get you?
I was wondering if you might have some assistance around here. About yay tall as I try to raise my hand up high enough to indicate my subordinates. It's like accident prone tendency to climb over each other.
Well, if you're looking for who I think you're looking for, they were in here about probably a good hour and a half ago. Bought a few rounds. By the way, we do have some firearms in stock, and bullets, of course. Figured, hey, we're gonna get some rough and tumble. Might as well get ready for it, right? Like I said, they were in here about an hour and a half ago. They bought what they came for, and I hadn't seen them since. But,
Apparently, Justice ain't seen him either.
well, if I know Mayfield, there's only 1 or 2 places people end up, and it's usually both. Start one place, end up in the other, right?
Fair enough. You've been busy lately, huh?
Well, yeah, we've definitely got some more traffic through, for better or for worse. Had to order a few panes for the saloon windows, but other than that, can't complain.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna keep you up any longer right now.
I ain't going to bed yet. It ain't too late.
I got some people to find. Take care.
I hear you. You too, Sheriff. Good to see you.
Always
If you need anything ordered from the wagon, let me know.
Will do. All right, I'm going to head out
Maybe I should
from
order
there.
a bell. You hear as you leave the door.
All right, I'm going to head over to the saloon and see if they're over there.
Walking in, it looks a little fuller than usual, but not nearly as full as the day everyone came to town to get crazy. But there are a few unfamiliar faces about, and scanning through the usual places, you do eventually see your two compatriots at a table. One is passed out on the table itself. The other one is nursing a mug of some kind in the far corner.
Well, I'm glad to see that they're not getting into too much trouble. I'm gonna head over there. Good evening, lads. Glad to see that you're punctual with your business as ever.
Well, and as they finally realize who it is, they the one sitting scrambles, pushes his beer over, hits the table next to his friend, who gets up. Oh, what's the problem? And they all stand at attention, fixing each other's hats. Welcome back, Sheriff.
So you two staying out of trouble, I trust?
Noses are washed every other day, sir.
Like, you bought them bullets, right?
Yep, sir. And he reaches around. Okay, I'll unpack that later. Grabs a little, like, I don't want, sack that he has, hits it on the table. You hear the clang of something heavy. Yep, got him right here. Did you want him now, or?
Yeah, I'll take this. I'll bring them over for you.
Oh, sure.
So,
Anything else we can do for you?
Hmm?
Anything else we can do for you?
Not tonight.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I'm just looking forward to sleeping on something more comfortable.
They kind of give you a nod, slowly sit back down, watching you as you leave. A little embarrassed and scared they were caught, their hands up their ass.
If that's where their hands weren't, I'd be surprised. All right, I'm going to head back out. I'm going to drop the equipment off to Justice real quick. And I think I'm just going to head in for the night after that.
Sounds cool. Anything else people are doing in this town at this night?
Heading to my ranch.
Yeah, Aranella probably ran off pretty quickly, like ahead of Tower, because I think Tower stayed behind to deal with the prisoner.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Your home is as you left it, for better or for worse. Your ranch as well. I think you paid someone to take care of your ranch, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Yes, you did. They're not dead. They are as you left them.
It wasn't my Warforged. Did I have one? The old kind?
Maybe.
I don't know.
At any rate, they're not dead. I think what happened, if my memory is serving, is that oh boy, we haven't been in Mayfield for a while. I'm forgetting people's names. Thank God I've got this nifty little paper.
Paper rules. Paper is
Except I'm not finding the nifty paper. There it is.
left me some paper.
Egon. I think because Egon has a cattle ranch, that he was like, I'll take care of it for you.
Right, okay.
I can take care of cows pretty easily. That's how he sounded.
It's a good voice. I like that voice.
I didn't like to see down go. Anyways. Cool. Back home. We are. You have a great night's sleep. No commotion. Except for the distant sounds of music playing in the lazy minstrel, which perhaps is a welcome ambiance from what you've been dealing with and hearing, or maybe not. As dangerous as it may be, the untamed land can be quite peaceful in its own way, I'm sure. But morning will find you here in Mayfield, and Lord knows there's a lot for you to take care of or not take care of.